Welcome to Breaking News. Coming up tonight, suffer the children. Kenny to sacrifice one baby per month in a bid to reduce future social welfare payments. Gaga doo-doo. Ironic pop-tart Lady Gaga is sued for defecating on audience. Finance fuck-up. We knew it was coming, say experts, but ministers deny intelligence. Jap crap. HSE wrecker Mary Harney visits Japan for dubious health talks. And gay people to be charged tax for internet use. A sensible case for revenue from the internet's most prolific users. Now, the countrywide manhunt for Red October, who violently attacked his wife and child, has intensified. Police have increased its task force by over 5 officers, and one member of the armed forces has also joined the search. It is now 3 days since Mr. October violently attacked his wife Mary with a spoon while she breastfed their 12-year-old son Will in the front garden of their quiet bungalow in County Tipperary. Lucy McGee has this report.
Peaceful, tranquil, flowery. These are the words that come to mind to describe the quiet little town of Killahore in Tipperary's North Riding. Growing families shopping, children playing in the main street, old people doing little of interest, and yet, 72 hours ago, this Midland town was rocked by an unprecedented act of domestic violence, using one of these. Like most unemployed people, former postman Red October was enjoying an early morning beer while his wife attended to their 12-year-old son. All seemed normal, but unbeknownst to his spouse, Mr. October had, just minutes before, blown his entire social welfare payment at a local bookmaker's. Gardaí believe he proceeded to the family kitchen in a fit of impotent rage, procured one of the family's spoons. And it is at this point that Gardaí say he then went back out into the garden and inflicted the assault upon his wife and son, the young boy narrowly escaping injury. You may ask yourself the question, and don't. Harmless to look at, elegant, shiny. What possible damage could this kitchen utensil do? And yet, thrown from just 3 feet at a human head, can have devastating, bone-crushing effects. We asked Ireland's leading utensil scientist in Ireland just what kind of injury could possibly result from this type of action. What type of impact are we talking about here, Sandra?
Well, Lucy, our extensive testing has found that it's much like a tomato being squished by a sponge against a concrete block at 45 miles an hour in slow motion. Now, Lucy, if you wouldn't mind putting on your protective gear there, please.
And that could have been a child's head. Residents of Killahore have been advised not to approach the suspect, as not all of the kitchen utensils from the family home have been accounted for by Gardaí, who have also informed local businesses who provide such products to contact the authorities should any suspicious characters be seen attempting to purchase these unusual weapons.
Now we go live to Lucy in Killahore with this update. The end of day 3, Lucy, and still no sign of Mr. October. What the bloody Christ hell shit is going on?
Nothing as yet, Troy. An extensive search throughout 4 counties has produced absolutely squat.
Has anybody bothered to check the pub? Or the bookies for that matter?
Not to my knowledge, Troy.
Perhaps they should.
Well, it is a massive search. The suspect could be anywhere. A farm, a sewer, a cow. There's a vast range of hiding places for any dangerous sort out here in the desolate Midland.
Okay, is that it?
This is Lucy McGee, Killahore, County Tipperary.
Okay, Lucy McGee with that report from Killahore, thank you.
Up yours, Troy.
Now over to the wonderful Mindy Cups for the sports weather. What have you got for us this evening, Mindy? What's in your cuppa activities?
Thank you, Troy, and to World Rally Championships now. Ireland's, that's right, Troy, WRC now, and Ireland's top racing couple, Derek and Dympna O'Sullivan, had their 256th consecutive race loss today in Abu Dhabi when Dympna spilled hot Chico Starbucks coffee on her husband's lap during stage 2 of the competition. Later on, the couple were disqualified when it was discovered Dympna attempted to smuggle a flask of Barry's Go Blend tea into the car for stage 3.
Morons.
In downhill skiing, and ace champion Heinrich Schippelhoff Gruber won full marks for his gymnastics display at the slopes at Garmisch yesterday in an unprecedented display of improvised moves. Later, of course, it was discovered that he had broken both his legs, an arm, 23 ribs and most of his teeth. He also received a scratch on the cheek and a bump on the knee, poor dear. In soccer, and Wayne Rooney, who last week broke his leg 2 minutes into a friendly with Bayern Munich, is to have it replaced with the bionic one. Robo Rooney, as he's now being referred to, broke his leg in 7 different places, and despite several operations, the injuries proved too difficult for English surgeons. Rooney subsequently has travelled to Germany to speak with robotics expert Hans Mutti. Sir Alex Ferguson is quoted as being very worried about the operation, which he says is extremely dangerous and very serious.
I don't think it's terribly serious, but we'll wait and see.
The leg was broken in 7.5 places. When they put it back together, it looked quite silly. I had told Rooney of my own super bionic legs, and he wanted them for all the Man United team. If we had won the war, all your children, they would have these advantages. And we had a big laugh then, like monkeys. Heil Hitler.
The bionic appendage is still in the final stages of testing, and the operation, said to take 24 hours to complete, will provisionally be performed in Frankfurt next weekend. In the meantime, support for Rooney continues in his hometown as local artist Humphrey Dumfrey, who defecates into jars and uses it as paint, works on his latest work of art, a portrait of the soccer star's father, Bruce Wayne. He's lovely. I hope he makes a speedy recovery. And also, in soccer news.
Time for a few party pieces.
And finally to racing, and a grim day at the curve for 6'4" jockey Shorty Long when his horse Sheol Falls took a tumble at the final furlong of the 320 handicap. The animal was tested for alcohol and found to be 3 times over the legal limit. It was later shot.
Oh, Gar, I had €300 on that one.
Have you ever picked a winner, Troy?
Only when I hired you, Mindy.
Oh. That's all the news for this evening. I'm Mindy Copps.
She certainly is. A damn fine filly. And what are you doing this weekend, Mindy? What's your sporting activity?
Sport, Troy. Sport. That's what I do.
Just sport?
Sport. That's all I do.
What, like gymnastics?
No, not gymnastics. Ball sports, field sports, balls and things.
Well, I'm heading over to Punchestown. Will I perhaps see you there?
Not if I see you first, Troy.
Bitch.
Knob.
Coming up next, Jimmy Page, guitar god or old granny. Scientists in England attempt to reverse the cruel effects of age on the now legendary Zeppelin Axeman. After this break.
Have you got money troubles? Can't pay the mortgage? Credit card debt up to your arsehole? That bitch nagging you? Those goddamn shit kids driving you nuts? There is a solution. Emigrate Ireland. We can help you leave all your troubles behind. Begin again somewhere else. Anywhere else. Guaranteed. Call us for a free travel pack on 1-800-BYE-BYE. Call now and get a free mini microwave. Fits in your suitcase like a pack of cheap cigarettes. Emigrate Ireland. Everyone else is doing it, why shouldn't you?
Sponsored by Anglo-Irish Bank.
Die! No petty that can. You call now 1-800-DOG-CAT. Contain a 100% Irish domestic animal. You want cat? You want dog? Also contain 100% guinea pig intestines. No petty that can. 100% fine table food. 100% prices. You buy now. 100% petty that can.
Have you recently had an accident and want to be compensated? At AmbulanceChasers.com, we are the experts in health insurance claims. This is Mark Deary. He fell from a roof while working and spent 7 months in hospital. He received a check for €35. This lady, Brenda Moore McCann, had an accident while opening her car door. She received €45. No matter what the circumstance, we know what to do and who to sue. If you've had an accident in a hospital, a place of business, or even in your own home, we can settle matters on your behalf. No injury too small, no fee too small. So don't hesitate. Call us now. 1-800-JOHNNY-CASH. We can turn your pain into financial gain. That's 1-800-JOHNNY-CASH. Everyone else is doing it. Why shouldn't you?
Tonight's top story, the Pope's recent apology to children of abuse, which was met worldwide with a very mixed response, is to be further embellished tonight in Dublin's nexus of sport and entertainment, Croke Park. The Pope's apology, which went in part, sorry touchy boy balls no more, was seen to be insufficient and badly spelt. People with nothing better to do, such as Bono, had been in talks with the Vatican about putting on a live concert in which the U2 singer would publicly reprimand the head of the Catholic Church. The concert will kick off, as it were, at 9 o'clock tonight. With us live is Kieran Cox at Croke Park. The first U2 frontman and civil rights activist, Bono, is on the phone with us to say a few brief words before he takes to the stage. Hello, Bono. Bono, can you hear us?
I've just got one name.
Bono, there is a lot of speculation within the media about what is to take place during tonight's event. Why don't you tell us what it's all about and try to be honest for once?
You know, if I'm really honest with you, I'm doing this because I believe in the concept of our political life.
Political? A lot of people, Bono, me for instance, don't see this as political. They see it more of a case of, more as an admittance, a confession, if you will, of your own particular sexual aberrations.
Whether it's sexual, whether it's spiritual, the reason why I'm ready to fuck the Pope, to stand naked, lyrically, emotionally, bare my
Okay,
soul,
Bono, you mentioned the word naked, but is this not also a case of you grandstanding once more, this time against the church, for the sake of another scrap of media attention? Or do you have a problem with the church in general?
I was very angry. I was angry with the church. I never liked the church particularly. They drew, you know, I never felt comfortable really in churches. But I still didn't think these people should deserve their pounding they were taking, and that hole, whatever you call it, that big black hole, God-shaped hole, whatever the fuck. Regular folks who say, that isn't right. 3,000 kids, we can fix that.
Okay, well, fix it you may. You seem to be on the right track for the first time in your life. I know you're about to go on stage. Any chance of a little song before you go?
2 shots of happy, 1 shot.
Oh, okay, amazing stuff there, Bono. Yeah, thank you, Bono. Thank you for taking the call.
Thank you.
Okay, U2 singer Paul Heaston there, aka Bow Now. Now let us go live to Kieran Cox, who is backstage at Croke Park. Kieran, what is the atmosphere like down there tonight?
Well, Troy, if you had a big knife with an electric current running through it, held by some kind of sky monster, it could slice right through the atmosphere here this evening, falling on a massive crowd beneath like an enormous soggy granny.
How many will be killed if that happened, Kieran?
Oh, thousands. Thousands upon thousands.
Good, Kieran, we have just been speaking with Paul Heston, aka Bow Now, and he really did not make too much sense at all in terms of tonight's agenda. Can you explain to our viewers any better what is supposed to happen during the show?
Well, I tried, Troy. As you can see behind me, the boys have already begun with In the Name of Love. They will follow this with Sunday, Bloody Sunday, and then that will also be followed by Love Me Tender. At 9:15, His Holiness the Pope will be brought to the stage with the Pope Mobile, whereupon he will be berated by Bono for several minutes. After this, a confessional box will be lowered onto the stage when His Loveliness the Pope will commit an act of fellatio upon the singer. The duet will then emerge to sing a classic Freddie Mercury song, The Great Pretender. Then, at this point, a specially blessed Vatican pew will also emerge. Rumours abound as to whether or not Bono will finish off in the Pope, or possibly on him. Troy.
Well, it looks like you're enjoying yourself immensely down there tonight, Kieran. What do you think is going to happen?
Yes.
What do you think is going to happen, Kieran?
Oh, not sure, Troy. Bono is keeping his cards very close to his chest.
Well, would you let Bono finish on you?
Thank you.
On you, Kieran.
This is Kieran Cox reporting live from Croke Park.
Well, it sounds like a fun show for all the family. Thank you for that report, Queer on Cax.
Thank you, Tron.
Now let us go over to our weatherman, Miles Godfrey, with the weather.
Durex. Dry, wet, windy. Will keep you safe.
Well, thank you, Troy. Good evening. Well. What a time we're going to have. In the next 24 hours, anything could happen. It's weather from here, weather from there, red or white here. Well, it starts in the north. It's coming in from Newfoundland. It's unmerciful. What's going to happen? I don't know. Those trawls are coming in. Those tankers are coming in. It's all over the place. They're lining up on the beaches because there's a squall coming straight in from the north. It's going to be horrific, folks. It's going to be rising to 3 or 4 degrees centigrade, maybe getting up to 7 degrees centigrade. That warm belt will create a massive high pressure here, and that wind will get bigger and bigger and bigger and develop straight down into the Midlands. Hello, guys. Lovely, awfully. Honks. Love the game on Saturday, guys. You're doing well. But let's stay focused here. We've got some weather to explain. We've got a warm belt here, and that's going to be a lot of mist, a lot of fog, a lot of smoochy-woochy. Stay indoors. You know where I'm going. Yes, you do. Hi there. Happy birthday to Mary and Johnny and Jimmy and you, Braxton. Love it. Yes, keep the swing. And then we're going to move down into the south here. That warm belt rising again. Rising. Yes, it is. 17, 18, maybe 22. Then a sharp turn down. We're going to get to -7 here in the morning. -3 maybe. We might get to 0. You never know. But we know, yes, 10 o'clock this morning, it's going to be bright and sunny, and everyone's going to have a wonderful day. And hey, that's your weather.
And finally tonight, a quick look over the newspaper headlines. Taliban tally roars the sun. Paris Hilton clocks 6 kills in 2 days in Iraq Blitz. The wonderful Paris Hilton there. In the Star, Swing King Tiger Woods admits he listens to porn music while practicing his game. A real high cultural piece. And finally, in the Mirror, money, sex, drugs. Those are the newspaper headlines. I am Troy Braxton from all the team here at Breaking News.